we're still rolling. Working from home or working remotely is becoming more important and increasingly more common, and it will continue to do so. Check these things out. They'll help you be more productive, have some fun, and also get work done. I've got over 8 years experience working from home, whether that be for companies or for Simply Create. And so I thought, why not put together some of my best tips, hints, and helpful advice to try and help you if you're gonna start out or be working from home more often. We're just about to get started, but before we do, please don't forget to subscribe and support the channel. Also, leave your comments. It's always nice to be asked to make a video, and a few people have asked me to make this one. So here are my best hints and tips. Let's go. I've tried to put some of these hints and tips into a bit of an order, and this is a must for the first thing that you have to do in the day. In football, we talk about something quite often, which is having good habits. This is a habit you have to have if you're gonna work from home. Which is to wake up the same time you would as if you had to go to work, if you had to go to a location, go somewhere else. Also, starting your day off in the right way is going to set you up for the rest of the day. Now, there is a little slight trick here in the fact that if you can get off to a great start, you can get a good 4 to 6 hours minimum in of kind of solid, productive work. You can also reward yourself with finishing earlier, so you are ready and raring to go the next day. If you start late, if you're lethargic, you don't get much momentum and you have to go into the night, you're gonna get into bad habits of having to work later and then start earlier and get yourself tired. So make sure you either get up the same time you normally would or even that little bit earlier. This one is all about music. Firstly, starting the day with music. So starting your day when you're going to read your emails, when you're going to just kind of set things up, make yourself that coffee, whatever you're going to do to set up and get ready, make sure you put the music on. Put it on quite high, get it up, get the beat going a bit so you can do a little jig, so you can sing along, so you can hit that whoa, whatever it is. Turn it up and enjoy it. Get that atmosphere and energy going in the day. Now, this is also important as another pickup later on. Just after lunch, another key thing. We all have that after you've eaten, slouch, lethargic, don't want to carry on. Hit the music again, turn it up, make sure it's things you enjoy, music you enjoy, you can sing along to. But inject music into key parts of the day. The beginning and just after lunch are crucial. This one has become really important to me and I've found that it has really worked well. But I've only discovered it probably in the last year or so. Now this is to work the 90-30 rule. 90 minutes of focused work on one particular task or one particular activity and then 30-minute break. Now this works well because you are putting all of your energy, all of your focus into this task to get as far along in as you can or get as much work as you can done in them 90 minutes, and then you're having a break. No matter where you are, pens down, stop typing, whatever type of work it is that you do, stop, have a 30-minute break, refresh, get away from the space that you're working in and then come back. You can either do the same task, but what I found is actually going away, doing another 90 minutes of a completely different task, and then another 90 minutes after that to come back and focus on the first task that you did, okay? So break it up to 90, 30, 90, 30. Task one, a different task, then back to task one again. You're doing well, you're working from home, you've got into some momentum, you've completed some tasks, you're having a good day, but you need to stop and have a break. You need to stop and eat some food. What my advice is go away from whatever working area you've set up. So if you set it up in your kitchen, go away from the kitchen to eat. Eat or have your break in a different room in the house, somewhere different, go for a walk, whatever it is, change it. Don't just grab a bit of food, a sandwich or whatever it is that you might eat and go back to your desk and carry on working. It's key to separate work and non-work, especially when you work from home consistently and often. Whenever we're working, whether that it be in an office or at home, it doesn't really matter. But at home in particular, there are always certain tasks, things we want to get to, that we'd rather do than the other stuff. My key advice is to obviously pump that music up first thing in the morning, but the first task you do, the first 90 section that you do in a day, make sure it's the task you don't want to do as much. Make sure it's that one that you've kind of been dreading and putting off. Because at 90 minutes, you're going to stop and change task anyway. And also, I would say, save the thing you're excited about to the last bit. When you're running out of that bit of energy, you've picked yourself up with that music again, but the new task you're going to do to kind of end your day on is the one you're excited about. You want to get started. You really want to get your teeth into. The last task of the day, make sure it's the one you're more excited about. Another key one for me is you're going to be working from home quite a bit, let's just say. Maybe it's 2, 3, 4 times a week. This is kind of a key one, and it is to schedule a video call. Not just a normal call. Normal calls you might be working through, but schedule at some point in the week, once a day if you can. Why? So a couple of things. One is when you're going to go on video, you kind of change your routine a little bit. And although joggers and a t-shirt is one of the benefits from working from home, you might put on a nicer t-shirt, or in my case, you might iron your t-shirt, but it changes your structure slightly, so it's not just monotonous. Also, when you're on video call, you use your face a lot more, these facial expressions, and you use your body language a lot more, which you wouldn't be using if you're at home working in isolation by yourself. So make sure you schedule that video call. Even schedule it in if you don't need one with a particular person. So a friend, a work colleague, someone you can bounce some ideas off as well and get some energy and start that dialogue, because sometimes staying in your own head isn't always the best place to be. You need to get it out and get something back, some stimulus in some way. So that's another key one for me. Okay, so I do think that they're my best hints and tips I would give to anybody who's working from home, or if you're about to work remotely more often. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment, let me know if you've got any hints and tips for me. I'd love to hear them. Hit the like, and as always, thank you for watching.